Hello everybody, welcome to Pralines, Deliciousness from the World of Art. The artist I'm presenting you today is Andrea Chiesi, born in 1966 in Modena. Drawing is always his passion. At the beginning of the 80s, he comes into contact with the so-called underground culture, which offers him an occasion to look at the world in a different way from the mainstream. During those years, along Via Emilia, inhabited by desperately vital people described in the book Altri Libertini by Pier Vittorio Tondelli, a variety of initiatives was launched to propose post-punk music. For example, Radio Antenna Uno of Fiorano Modenese and Tuvat, a social center of Carpi. Thanks to these initiatives, Andrea Chiesi has discovered the Joy Division, a group that, more than any others, has confirmed his idea of the world, characterized by the dark and nihilist life vision of his leader, young Curtis. This culture is also expressed through comic strips. This art language, thanks to magazines such as Frigidaire, came to know its protagonists. It's no mere coincidence that Andrea Chiesi begins to publish comic strips on fanzines. It's right at Tuvat that, for the first time, Andrea Chiesi exhibits his drawing and meets the CCCP Fedeli alla Linea, the determinant group of Italian punk rock, fruit of the encounter between the guitarist Massimo Zamboni and the poet and singer Giovanni Lindo Ferretti, personages fundamental for Andrea Chiesi's artistic and cultural maturity. In the meantime, he fills his notebooks with pages and pages of sketches. And with the use of ink, he begins to get to the essential aspects of his artistic production. In particular, his sketches represent a suffering humanity formed by fluctuating bodies, almost phosphorescent creatures of the abysses. In 1998, there happens an important event of his career, organized together with Ferretti's new group CSI, Consorzio Suonatori Indipendenti. On this occasion, he realizes a series of big paintings for the exhibition entitled The Apocalypse of John. The inauguration turns out to be a big event. It's accompanied by the CSI, and Ferretti performs the recitation of visionary texts. Having to illustrate the apocalypse, Chiesi finds it natural to take inspiration from traditional themes such as piety and deposition, indices of compassion towards human sufferings. Moreover, in a text recited by Ferretti, fire and flaming souls are repeatedly nominated. Andrea Chiesi, whereby, faces this theme, meditating on the souls in purgatory. Purgatory, according to Catholic doctrine, is the afterlife of those that didn't commit sins to be eternally condemned. They, therefore, spend a period of atonement in expectation of the definitive ascent to paradise. So, the dark of Chiesi is neither the dark of hell nor the dark of desperation of young Curtis. More or less, it's the dark of those that, though living in darkness, are looking forward to light, to redemption, to salvation. After this exhibition, Andrea Chiesi feels the necessity to change. First of all, he wants to change the subject. He no longer wants to deal with human bodies. He wants to deal with landscapes, and above all, urban landscapes, a subject he has already treated in his sketchbooks. Consequently, he has to change his technique. He no longer uses ink for sketches. He uses oil for paintings on canvas. Moreover, he has to face the problem of light. With ink, light comes from the white of the paper, but with oil, light emerges from colors. This technique requires a thorough study of the subject, an approach that calls for an exercise of inner cleaning. It's not by chance that he is contemporaneously interested in Buddhist philosophy and in martial arts. In order to put into evidence the structures and to work on contrast, Chiesi makes use of just a few colors, and they are colors of twilight. At At this point, we can say the only thing that remains unchanged is his will to represent the inner world. He himself confesses it would seem a painting of landscape, but in reality, I paint bodies from the inside and from the outside, in search of light amid the dark. The painting I'm presenting you represents one of the typical themes of Chiesi's new body of works. The abandoned industrial establishments are, for him, the projection of man's inner life, symbol of a consumer life, deprived of every fiber till skeleton, but which, as a result, takes us back to the imposing project of origin. It's a splendid painting. It's the result of an artist that keeps alive the responsibility to endow the public not only with the fruit of long and painstaking manual experiences, but also with important references to spiritual and existential reflections. I stop here. Thank you for listening. Don't miss the next episode of Pralines, Deliciousness from the World of Art.